Welcome to Mission Soul Live. Today we are going deep on foundations of a thriving, healing, or transformational coaching business, part 2, aka the moves. So maybe you need to do some more soul searching work to see what is blocking your ability to receive and make money. Or maybe you're just not making the daily income generating activities that propel things forward. And so today I am bringing a hot topic because I know that we've all been there. We've all been guilty of thinking that it is our emotional state. It is our, it is our frequency. It is something within us that is not allowing us to create, to make more money out of our soul gifts. And I am here to tell you that while that can be a thing, if you don't have and you don't do, and you know, because you are self-led and you self-assess yourself and you audit your actions and you find out that you are not doing what I'm about to list, that you are not making those daily activities, then it can also be this. And most likely it is. And why I know this, and I love that last week I didn't go deep into the moves. Last week, we went into foundations of a thriving healing and coaching business in terms of the, let's see, is the things, the basic things that you need. And the moves, it was a conversation to be had today. And why I love this conversation and have it in this energy is because I know, you guys, that we can be a trap of thinking that is something within us, that is the energy, blah, blah, blah. But then reality check, the world needs what you have. Have you? I want you to think for a moment and reflect for a second, for a split second, on how your life was a year ago, 3 years ago, 5 years ago. Your inner peace, your contentment with life, your quantum connection, your soul connection. How were those areas? On a scale of 1 to 10, where were you? I know for me, one of the things that make my transformation so incredible as people know me through the years is that I had no confidence in myself, is that I couldn't own my worth. I had like 10 clients to make on average $2,000 at one point. Today, the last contract I signed with my agency was 10 times that for one client. I was so insecure. I thought other people can make it. I cannot make it. You've also been on a massive journey of transformation. But sometimes we forget. We forget how needed is this work because we no longer reside on those timelines. But guess what? You're trying to make a living and you're trying to generate money and receive out of the gifts that allow you to get free from all of that. So you need to bring your conscious awareness into those timelines for the purpose of remembering what the people that you are serving are struggling with. The healing industry, the coaching business, and our soul quantum evolution industry, which is just emerging and breaking through. They are new things. And they are service-based. They are service-based industries, which means every day we need to wake up with the mindset, how can I serve this person? How can I serve this person? And I can think, how can I serve Laura? How can I serve Dietrich? How can I help Tanisha? How can I help Cindy? How can I serve Patricia? How can I serve Sandrine? How can I serve the people in my sphere? And also all of those who are not my clients, but they need some of this juice. They need some of this frequency. They need some of this energetic field amplified to its maximum capacity so they can also wake up. And remember, you are needed yesterday. What are you doing entertaining smallness? What are you doing even thinking that it's your energy? What's blocking your capacity of making money? Can you be a little bit more practical? For Christ's sakes, can you be a little bit more practical? And I'm sorry if I'm going too hard on you. I love you, and I'm gonna be that person who love and shove you. And I know that you love this also. And this is why you love to come here on Monday and listening to what I have to say and share with you from the unified field of a mission grid and a council of light, where I'm the human who is also here with the fire under your bum, to put a fire under your bum. So, my beautiful soul, today that's what I'm bringing. The daily moves. The daily moves that propel things forward. If you need to go back, like I actually advise that you go back to my first training, last week's training. So it was at the end of January. The last video that you'll find on the YouTube playlist for the Mission Soul Live trainings, and also here on the Facebook group, where you're going to be able to find the things that you need to have in place. If you know that you already have the things like the offering, so I'm going to recap the offering, the soul coded offering, the posting on social media, the brand, the mission brand, like all of these things. If you know that you already have a lot of those things going for you, then this is where the next step, where we enter into this conversation, and this becomes so necessary. So let me have a look at the comments. Necessary. So let me put it in the comments. Okay. Hi, Anna Marie, so good to see you here. I think you are in Dubai. Oh my God, that's so amazing. Okay, so if you have all the things in place, now let's talk about the moves. One of the moves, so I'm going to be talking very specifically about the daily moves, the daily income generating activities and moves that you need to take and make to have people signing up to your offerings and want to work with you. All right. So move number one, if you have a brand, if you have a mission brand, if you want to monetize from your presence in the online space, you need to be posting content with consistency. Because when you post content with consistency, people can trust you more. People can get to know you more and the type of value that you bring, and also make the decision if they like you. When they know you, like you, and trust you, people are going to buy from you. That's how it works. Literally, that's marketing 101. Let's take this a step further. Don't just think for a second that your job is to post content. There is a contradiction here, because it is. Part of your job is to post content, but not just ordinary content. You are not an ordinary content creator, so please, we need to take this content creation 3 levels deep, because you can, because you are a quantum magician, because you are an energy worker, because you can. So in your content, I want you to infuse your frequency. We need to infuse frequency. We need to code energy codes into what you are emitting, transmitting, communicating, posting. So coded, frequency coded content creation and posting on social media. For when you do this, you are going to become more masterful at making people feel something and have a very consistent and very cohesive filled experience when they hang out on any of your digital spheres where you're infusing your soul and your soul mission frequency. This is the holy grail of content creation and posting on social media for branding purposes, for mission branding building. It is when you are able to evoke, provoke, and activate feelings through your content. When you become, and the only way to become masterful at it is to do it and do it and do it, do it, do it. Let's do it, you get it. The only way to become great at creating reels is to create 1,000 reels. The only way to become amazing at content creation is creating more content. This is why it's so important that you don't unplug. You don't unplug. Somehow, even if it's just once a week, like create a level of consistency if you're in a season of recalibration. But don't, my beautiful sister and brother, don't fully unplug from posting, because every time that you go back, it's harder. You need to put yourself in that position. It is these daily plugins that really help you maintain momentum, even in seasons when you are recalibrating. So give me a yes if this is making sense. If you love number one, which is frequency coding content creation, I know you're here watching the replay. I see you watching the replay. I love you so much. You, my replay people, are amazing, always participating, always dropping yes and words in the chat. So thank you for being here, because this is something that you're doing for yourself. And also thank you for paying me with, you know, like your most precious currency, which is your attention. I know how precious that is. So I always strive to bring you the best of the best, because I am in the field. I am in the field also building a global mission brand movement. So my beautiful ones, number two, you want to show up in your stories. If you are not showing up in your stories, you are not doing content, you're not doing social media the right way. I see some of you invest a lot in content creation, but you are not showing up in your stories. I'm going to explain to you why this is an income generating activity. The people who like you, trust you, and know you, and want to know you even more, and know you the most, the people who, those people within your, let's call it tribe, or another more common word to say this is audience, the people who like you, trust you, and know you the most are the ones who watch stories. So what this means is that cold people who have not built a relationship yet with you, are the ones who watch the content. Warmer people who already has established some sort of connection with your brand are the ones that want to see more. This is why you see multi-million-dollar coaching businesses based off of selling in stories. I know several people who are multi-millionaires in the coaching industry who don't post whatever they are selling in their online feed, in their feed on Instagram or They post it in their stories. And now more and more people are sharing it also to their email lists, which is phenomenal and is amazing. It's a great asset to build your email list. So your warm people are the ones who are closer to the sale. Your warm audience are the ones who are closer to giving you money. We are talking money making. Money in the right hands will change this world. You have done so much work around, like awakening abundance within you. Now it's time for also to put some strategic, smart action so that people can actually give you money. So another income generating activity number 2 is posting in your stories. There is a very specific strategy for stories. But in short, you share things that make you become attractive, that build that attractive character, things that entertain, right? And you also drop your offers into your stories. Literally, when people go into your stories every single day, there should be some sort of call to action, or at least 5 days of the week. And think about it. You're creating amazing content. People find you on the online space. And the first thing that they see after they scroll a little bit, after they stalk you on social media, is your stories. If you have nothing there, if you have a photo of your dog, are you building a personal brand or a mission brand? Are you here to fulfill a mission? Then yes, okay, post a photo of your dog, but also, right, like be a human, but also don't let that be the only one thing that you have in your stories, because that says a lot. I always say it, what you say says something. What you don't say also says something. So you not standing as a custodian of your offerings is not helping. It's not helping, sister, to put some money in the bank. You don't need another certification. You don't need to make money. You already have exactly what you need. You are ready. You are more qualified. You're more graded than a temperature meter, however you say it. Maybe that's it. Has more makes more sense in Spanish, but anyway. Posting in your stories and selling in your stories. Invite people onto the pathways of transformation. So this is number 3. If you're here live with me, if you are inside of the mission soul and you want to grow the mission brand that you already have, if you need help building it, DM me. I can be your private mentor. We can do it. I also have group offerings, okay? And I have intensives. But if you already have your mission brand, if you already know what you are about and you have an offering that you're ready to sell and that you have served clients with already, then I highly invite you to be inside the Mission Brand Playground membership. This membership is where you learn how to grow your mission brand, where you learn how to communicate in powerful and potent ways that convert into people wanting to work with you. And I share with you my full framework, and we work over this framework that has you build a community of people who love you and who want to work with you. Did you see what I just did? I just sold to you. Sold. I don't sell. The template of selling is amazing, but what I do is inside, like those codes are inside. I call this thing invite people onto the pathways of transformation. You need to understand for once and for all that transaction equals transformation. One of my clients went from signing one person in her last program, like 2 months ago at the most, to signing up 19 people under my private mentorship. She is my private student. I cannot give you that type of transformation with my free content. I wish I could. And I'm always striving to give you the most practical things like this life. But I cannot give you the full conversations, the full drop this piece of content. I like this, go deeper. Repeat this topic. This thing, that thing, the other thing. Did you follow up, right? It's a co-creation, right? So same with you. You can activate something in people. You can have a good conversation, but until people don't pay, put some money in this, put some skin in the game, until people don't really back their intention of wanting to change in their lives with some money and pay for your services, they won't receive the true quantum healing. They won't receive the true transformation. Give me a yes if this makes sense. Drop the word skin in the game, the phrase skin in the game in the chat. If you are live, if you are here with me, if you were someone who says, oh, I want to change my life, but then when your soul tells you, Holly, you need to work with that person, Margarita, you need to sign up to that program, Belinda, you need to have a session with that person, you don't do it. You rather save the money, you wouldn't be where you are today, right? And so transaction equals transformation. You give a lot, you create content, you show up, you invest. Like, let's not even talk about the amount of money that you have invested. That is this, there is a cycle in life in the universe of a give and receive. And it's kind of like the yin and yang. If you're not inviting people to work with you, you're blocking the cycle of receiving. You're blocking your own receiving. So third, income generating activity. Invite people onto the pathways of transformation. As I said, an amazing way to do it is via your Instagram stories and your Facebook stories. Another way to do it is via content. So for example, at the end of a carousel, you can invite people into a program or DM you to explore the possibility of having a private session or a private mentorship with you. You can, on Facebook is also an amazing place to have people get to know more of what you do and have them work with you. So at the end of the post or ingrained, right? In this type of formats, I have signed a lot of beautiful, amazing clients who didn't had conversations with me. They just came and pay me via this type of content formats, because as I've teach you, this is a system. And this system of marketing, this marketing system is made out of content in short format, like a reel, like a post, a YouTube video, and then longer format content, like barbecues, as they call it, like webinars, like global events, circles. Also this type of format where you go live on Facebook or Instagram or in your page is amazing to have people sign up with you, right? And so there are many ways to do it. If you are not selling, if you are not inviting people to work with you, no wonder your bank account is hurting. And I feel you, because I've been there. I also didn't know for a good while that one of the things that I needed was absolute clarity on what is it that I offer, and also inviting people every single day in as many ways as possible, with value adding, but invite them straight up and telling them, hey, when you want to soar in business, hire me. When you're finally done, but really done with your procrastination, hire me. You can say things like this: I don't work with procrastinators. But some of you help people release those patterns. When you're really ready to uncover your most authentic self, that's when you hire me. Like, you can literally say those things. You need to claim your expertise. What is it that you do? So there was a time in my life where I didn't know that I needed to do this. No wonder why I wasn't making money until I started doing this. And so invite people onto the pathways of transformation. That is the third activity. And number 4 of the income generating activities is build stronger relationships with the people who are already in your sphere. It's crazy, but like, marketing is the game of connections. The more connected people feel to you, and the more they feel that they can trust you and that you have what they need to go to the next level, the easier and the faster they hire you. That's how it works, right? And so people forget. This is why I don't preach marketing, 3D marketing, because it's based off on a bunch of energetic plugins that are based off of scarcity, profit on people's disempowerment, fear of missing out, right? And so, no, and no. But at the core of the mechanics of marketing and why marketing exists and work is relationship building. It's no different than dating. When you know a person, when you meet this person, you don't know them, you don't know too much about them, and then you start building some sort of relationship. You start getting to know them more, and you decide if you like them or if you don't like them. And then as time goes by, you can decide through the value that they give you, right? Like in the case, in the marketing context, it's through the value that they give you. But in dating, it's just like the way they show up, the way they carry themselves, the way they treat you and see you. People decide if they can trust you. And if they know you, like you, and trust you, they're going to hire you. It's very simple. It's very simple. So build more relationships. If you're inside the membership, inside the Mission Brand Momentum era, I give you a bunch. I give you a full master class and master classes on relationship building, on community building. Community building, people dominate. Movement makers dominate because we are playing a human game that goes beyond profit. So when people you cannot be community of someone who you feel has hidden intentions. Wouldn't you agree? So the same happens in the external world. And so it's important to lead with service, show up, and show that you care for people. Like, I know, for example, Holly has a daughter. Belinda has two beautiful doggies that are like her daughters. I know, for example, that Rebecca is an amazing human. I know, for example, that Laura is masterful at dancing, and like, I know her heart. So do you know the heart of your people? Do you see people as numbers? I don't blame you, because honestly, the world is, the social media and marketing can be wired when you don't define your grid that you want to play in, and you're still a little bit plugged into the 3D matrix marketing grid. You can perceive numbers, likes, comments, engagement, and numbers. And I want you to move that and move away from that and move into a paradigm of, oh my God, a human being pay attention to me today. And they even said that I made a difference in their lives. Wow. Wow. Whoa. I just made a difference on one human being's life. That is insane. Move into the human grid. And the more you help humans get what they desire, and attain that state that they desire, or unlock that thing that they've been praying the universe for, the more you grow, the more you succeed, the more money you make. Inside this season of Mission Soul, you are going to see more and more of Amarga that talks about money making, money making, money making. I want you to know that there is a very specific reason for that. There are two. Number one, as I said, and ingraining this mission brand, there is money in the right hands will change the world. What would you do with $100 million who are free, cash, ready to change, ready to use, ready to be used in your bank account? What would you do? That's right. So you see how this is a ripple effect. There is a ripple effect. And number two, well, I mean, everything around money is divine. You know, you can buy the supplements, you can buy the probiotics, you can, you know, do your nails the way you like them. You can buy a better camera to create better content. You can treat your daughters to something nice. You can treat yourself to something nice. You can care about you, take better care of you and of the people around you. You know this. But number two is, and I'm going to talk about this more on inside of this group and also on social media and on next Mission Soul Live. I am, as a leader, I am being called to communicate in ways that also allow people who are not my immediate circle of mission souls who already know me to understand better what is it that I do. And I put money in your pockets, basically. You know, those are my masterful gifts. And so you're going to see me more and more using some terminologies like money making and, you know, like things like that, because this work is precious. This work is profound. This work is impactful. And there are a lot of people selling, you know, like basically, excuse my terminology, but crap out there. And while I have gold in my hands, because I weave soul and quantum evolution with mission business, mission growth, brand growth, right? Which has a big impact in the planet. So, and I'm also, yeah, like I'm also very interested on you making more money out of your gifts. Because, for example, I know that I am blessed because I can live of what makes my soul sing. And that is the most beautiful feeling in the world. And I want you to have that also for yourself, independently, as a mother, as a partner, whatever, whoever you are. Like, I want you to have that experience also. And yeah, so that's that. Before I go, I want to let you know that this month, inside of the Mission Brand Playground membership, we are doing a collective experience that has also been extended to more people in the community. And it is called the Visibility Plot. For the soul quantum evolution industry is ready to start exploding more and more and more and be known more and more and more. We at Mission Soul are pioneering the soul quantum evolution movement. And so we are here to help you amplify your work. We are here to also make this more, with this work, the work that you do and the work that I do, right? Soul quantum evolution work more known to the masses, or for the masses. And so keep an eye out on the Facebook group. Keep an eye out on my personal page. There is already a post where you can type in, who are you? What is the best time zone to go live? We're going to be going live with other people in the industry to amplify our visibility, which is another of the things that you want to do every single day to make a bigger impact and also make more money. I love you so much. If you're not inside the membership, go to the link in my bio or send me a DM and let's play this month and beyond. Let's grow your mission brand movement. I love you so much. Can't wait to see you next week.